Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Akila Najah binti Amran. My matric number is 2021-884-224. I will present about the introduction of Bernas, which is Padi Beras Nasional Berhad. Bernas is a Malaysian public listed corporation that specializes in padi procurement and processing. In addition to rice imports, distribution, warehousing, and marketing in Malaysia, Bernas is active in worldwide rice joint ventures and other rice-related companies. Bernas, a privatized corporation with 1,700 employees, now controls around 24% of the paddy market and 45% of the local rice demand. Bernas was established by the British colonial government in 1933. Rice Commission was the name given to Bernas at that time. In 1971, the Rice Commission was renamed Lembaga Padi Negara, a government institution. In 1994, Lembaga Padi Negara was renamed Bernas, and on January 12, 1996, it was privatized. Bernas is now owned by Tradewinds, which has bought 53.7% of Bernas equity and now owns 72.57% of the government. For your information, Bernas purchases paddy from farmers at 28 kilang beras Bernas nationwide and 50 purchasing centres, scheme pusat belian located at the premises of participating Bumiputra rice mills nationwide. The wide distribution of these procurement centres provide better service to farmers, enabling them to sell their paddy without having to travel far. Together with the millers under the Bumiputra Rice Millers Scheme, the groups purchase about 800,000 tons paddy annually from local farmers. Next, I will pass to the next presenter.
My name is Siti Nur Khadijah binti Ramli, and I will present about characteristics of markets of Bernas. Bernas has an oligopoly market structure because there are few of firms in market competing with Bernas, and one of them is Sebawangi Sdn Bhd. There are entry and exit obstacles in this market because there are just a few enterprises. When a company enters this industry, it will face significant startup expenses, which will be one of the barriers to entry. To participate in the rice industry, new businesses must first require a rice mill, at least one paddy field, and other essential resources and land. There are entry barriers because a large amount of cash is required to invest in land and to fund research and development, both of which are required for an oligopoly corporation to compete with its competitor. Patent and economy of scale are also important considerations. Furthermore, firms in an oligopolistic market always consider the reaction of other rivals when choosing price, sales target, advertising budget, and other business policy. Since the number of firms is small, changes in price or output by one firm can have direct effect on another firm. For example, if Sebawangi changes its design and decreases the price, the Bernas will also respond by changing their design and prices. On the other hand, if Sebawangi increases its prices, Bernas will not follow for fear of losing customers.
My name is Nur Afrina binti Muhammad Arsul. My matrix number is 2021-880934. This is the production curve for oligopoly firm. Bernas is a price maker. This can be shown when only a few close substitutes and consumers willing to pay when Bernas increased their price because of they were the regular users and they just want to use rice from Bernas. Despite that, Bernas also has to respond to other companies' pricing strategy, which is according to the two assumptions that reflect the theory of a Kinkert demand curve. The reverse will match the price increases, but ignoring the price increases. So do Bernas.
Problem faced by Bernas is when the demand for rice is decreasing. Rice, a Bernas product, has an inelastic demand in Asian countries, including Malaysia. Rice demand is inelastic for a variety of reasons. Malaysian market has a limited variety of rice substitute, mostly bread and noodle. As a result, the number of people who will switch to this other option when rice price is increase is small. Second, rice consumption is a small percentage of total income. For example, a set of brand Jasmine Super 5, a Bernas brand weighing 10 kg and costing around 30 ringgit can feed a family of 4 for a month if they eat 3 meals every day. As a result, the revenue effect of a price increase is minimal because rice demand is inelastic. An increase in the price of rice result in a proportionately smaller drop in the quantities of rice.
We can see in this elasticity of demand curve for rice, when the price at C2, the quantity demand was at Q2. This shows that not many people buying rice when it's expensive or overpriced. When there is little demand for rice, Bernas will face losses because there is a surplus of goods. Because of the surplus of goods, Bernas lowered the price to P1, and the quantity demand for rice also increases to Q1. The demand was increases because people will find the cheapest product among the others. They will make comparisons all over the rice brand. Especially in this current situation of COVID-19, people choose to spend less money due to financial problems.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mazi Dato' Akmal binti Suemi, and I will present about recommendation which I will tell you on how to overcome the problem related to market structure. So in this video, it's basically I will explain about how our company, which is Bernas, will do to overcome problem based on demand and supply. However, this problem can be related to the price and demand. Okay, let's start the video. As we know that Bernas has faced this problem which the price of rice is too high and it costs low in demand. So what we do is we decrease the price of rice and it will lead to increase in demand. So as a result, there is a price elasticity of demand for the rice. Before the pandemic, the price of rice was very expensive and it's very difficult for poor family to afford it. However, the price of rice in Bernas has dropped dramatically and is now affordable to the public users. Next, I would like to give an example based on the graph of demand and price in the slide. Price of rice decreases from 1,050 to 900 ringgit and the quantity demand will increase from 400 to 1,000 units. According to the report we formally given, we managed to record that the price of rice in Bernas fell by 4% and the quantity of rice demanded increased by 9%. As a result, demand of rice is elastic in terms of price. This is due to the fact that the larger the change in rice price, the greater the change in rice demand. In conclusion, when the price of rice decrease, the total revenue of consumer will increase. As a result, when the price of rice falls, people will be able to spend more in Bernas. That's all from me.
Hi, my name is Sharifah Alawiyah binti Said Shears. My matrix number is 202875352. In conclusion, we can identify the characteristics of Bernas company's market structure, which is oligopoly. This company, which involved in rice industry, needs high startup costs, which will lead to many barriers to keep its relevance in competing with other companies. We can see that changes in prices or output by one firm in an oligopolistic market could affect another firm, since this industry has a small number of firms. This is shown as if a firm increases its price, the demand will decrease. So other firms will not increase their prices to keep their customers in. However, the problems that faced by this company are only few, such there are lack of facilities and the absence of the security. Due to all these problems, we can confirm that the best way to solve it is by decreasing the price, as it will lead to demands increasing. The less price, the more total revenue of consumer. By showing an elasticity in demand for rice, more money will go to the firm. Therefore, an increase of price could be needed, depend on certain situations.
That's all from us. Thank you.